This is planet K23 near Jupiter. Not only does it have fresh water like Earth, but its atmosphere is also breathable for humans. After confirming the planet's habitability, the scientific exploration team prepared to return home, eager to bring this good news back to Earth. At first, everything went smoothly, and the astronauts let their guard down, but suddenly an alarm sounded. The spacecraft had deviated from its course. The captain immediately ordered the engines to shut down. At that moment, the spacecraft was traveling at 48,000 kilometers per h and had already been off course for 80 seconds, a significant deviation. Left with no choice, the captain ordered a re-navigation, but this course correction nearly led to disaster. Meanwhile, the doctor and a young girl were traveling across the Arctic ice. By day, he fended off snow wolves with a gun. By night, he endured hunger to save what little food they had for the girl. The two arrived at an abandoned supply module. Though it had no provisions, it offered shelter from the storm. However, the doctor underestimated the speed of a heat storm's spread. That night, he was suddenly awakened. The melting ice had flooded the module, and the door was blocked by ice. He had no choice but to break a window and push the girl out. The module began sinking, and the doctor grabbed his backpack and jumped out. He started the snowmobile to escape, but it was too late. The ice cracked rapidly, and the gear he was dragging pulled him into the water. He could only watch helplessly as the snowmobile and equipment sank. Back on shore, the girl helped him put on his coat. The two trudged forward through the biting wind. When tired, they rested beneath the ice. During snowstorms, they dug snow pits, with the doctor shielding the girl with his body. Later, they continued their journey but were suddenly confronted by a pack of snow wolves. The doctor stood guard with his gun. A single gunshot scattered the wolves, but the girl was nowhere to be seen. He panicked and shouted for her, but there was no response. Tossing aside his gun, he searched frantically until he collapsed from exhaustion. When he awoke, he saw a woman standing before him. At first, he thought it was his wife, but on closer inspection, he realized it was the girl who had returned. The old man and the child embraced each other, crying. Supporting one another, they pressed on. Finally, they arrived at the Harson Lake weather station. The doctor managed to make contact with the spaceship, but shortly after, the signal was lost. Alarms blared again. The ship had been struck by a massive meteorite storm, destroying its radar antenna.